Say China, for the last 100 years, they've only had one thing and one thing only. And their problem has always been 1.4 billion people. With us, it's not unusual for any president to stand up on the State of the Nation address and rattle 35 priorities. In business, we know when everything is a priority, nothing is a priority. Today, we know, as people who have gone to school, who have worked very hard, that our problem is only one. It's not a triple challenge problem, it's jobs. Because it's the stubbornly high levels of unemployment that lead to increasing levels of poverty and increasing levels of inequality. If we give people an opportunity to regain their self-worth and their self-respect and they have jobs, we have solved all our problems.
How do you think we go about trying to tackle the jobs crisis we have? I mean, you have served in many job-creating entities. What do you think we're not getting right, or what should we be doing to take us into a new trajectory on unemployment?
I think let's call it what it is. The people who call themselves our leaders have succumbed to greed, not to saving their people. Because of greed, they've succumbed to state capture. Because of state capture, bribery, stealing, and cheating. And because of that, they've forgotten that you have to love your people to lead them. We fought. We went to war. People died. Families were exterminated. In the frontline states, Apache helicopters would fly in the middle of the night to bomb a few households for two things and two things only. One, to improve the quality of lives of the majority of our people. To give a better life for all, not just for elected officials. But today, when you look at what we've become, in fact, we have condemned our people into absolute poverty. We inherited no more than 2 million people on social security. Today, we stand on the podiums and announce that we now have 28 million people on social security and we want to wear it like a badge of honor, when our job was to give them jobs, not to condemn them to 350 social relief of distress grant. Imagine for a moment, had we stuck to the original ideals and we said to ourselves, what we want is no more than 5 things. Number 1 is transformation, so that this economy looks like us.
Sure, absolutely.
Number 2 is ethical leadership, because ethics is what you do when nobody's watching. Number 3, it's about good governance, because good governance has checks and balances to make sure that you don't steal from the mouths of the babies, the sick and the dying, which is what we did during COVID. The penultimate one is service delivery, because that's the job description of anybody who chooses to be a public servant. Lastly, law and order, safety and security, because without law and order, safety and security, who are we and what are we? These are just 5 simple things that if we were to put those on the table, you will have a proper government of national unity, not just a coalition with the Democratic Alliance. If you put that on the table, the people that went to struggle, they will say, this is why we created the ANC in 1912. That's why we went on the 27th of June, 1955 in Cape Town, and we created the Freedom Charter with 10 principles. And principle number 8 says, the people that work the land shall own it. And the last one says, the doors of learning shall be open to all. We still have not reached those ideals. And our constitution today is the best in the world, not because of what's contained in the main body of the constitution, because of that one page which we call the preamble. Starts with the word, with the people, not the politicians. It says, recognizing our past injustices. And then it goes on to enjoin the 65 million South Africans, and both implores and mandate every single solitary one of us to solve these past injustices. It says it's the best in the world because it rests on only 3 principles. Even I remember them. The one is called constitutional democracy. The second is social justice. The third is fundamental human rights. That even our national anthem, it's a masterpiece in reconciliation. It ends with a line that says, in South Africa, our land, knowing fully well that at the best, it's aspirational. Because to 90% of the population, that is only aspirational, because up until today, this 90% have been squashed into the most barren 13% of the land that the National Party was very thoughtful, intentional, and deliberate in making sure that they don't have another Royal Bafokeng scenario.